Hey everyone, welcome to another live video. In this one, we're going to be doing a discussion on one of my recent videos. When you run into the narcissist after no contact. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. If any of you have contact. Does anyone have something that they would like to share? I think what often happens is when we see these narcissists after the no contact, what we find is they want to display this image as though they're so much happier without you, as though they never needed you around. They want to act like it was so easy for them to just leave you, and as though their lives are so much better now, as though they're so much happier. That's what they want you to think. Let's see what we got here. Sunshine State says, I am avoiding to go out alone because of him. BJ says they act brand new, like nothing ever happened. That's so true. Aaron Goody, I'm just about to move out and separate, but our child is involved. Yeah, it can be difficult with children. But even then, they'll still try and portray this image as though they're so much happier without you. Even if they're the ones who have custody of the children. They'll still be out there partying every week, drinking themselves stupid, acting as though they're free and life is so much better now without you. That's what they want you to think. But deep down, I think we all know it's all bullshit. These people, they could never be happy. Just remember when you were with them. You did everything you possibly could to make them happy, but nothing was ever good enough. Everything they wanted you to do, you did it. You did whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted, and they were still miserable. So there's no way that they're just going to move on. I think we just got cut off there. I don't know, can everyone hear me now? Yeah, the narcissist would love for you to think that they're so much happier without you. It gives them supply. It makes them feel better about themselves. Just reading the comments here. Jay says, ex-narc drives by my house. I confronted him about his criminal background. I slammed the phone. He lives out of town. They will try any way they can to get back in. If they know you're not going to answer the phone, they'll just call from a different number. They can't just move on because they were dependent on you. All they can really do is just portray this illusion as though they've moved on. Almost 11 years after my escape, says Heather, and he still needs to see, harass and stalk me, along with his girlfriend and flying monkeys. I crave the day I have complete freedom. See, that's the thing, you know, they want to make you think that they've moved on with someone else and they're so much happier now without you. But that's just a really good example, Heather, because it says, you know, if that narc was so happy with his new girlfriend, why would he still be harassing and stalking you? Why would he need to see you 11 years after your escape? That just shows that you cannot be happy at all. Because a person who is happy, they're just going to forget about you. They're not going to be talking to other people about you. They're not going to be trying to look at you or see you in any way. They're not going to try and pop up in your life again. When people do these things, it's because they're miserable. And they're hoping that they can make you miserable too. They're comforted by other people's suffering. It's like misery loves company. So what you have to do in these situations is you just have to focus on yourself. Just move on with your own life. Don't let them steal your attention. When these people come around you, when they try to get you to think about them, it's because they just want you to be miserable just like them. Angela says, that is how obsessed they are and miserable for life. No matter who they are with, they lost their grade A and their misery is compounded by that. That's right. See, I would even go as far to say that if you weren't anything important, if you weren't the narcissist grade A source of supply, you're not going to see them after no contact. Once they discard you or you discard them, that's it. You're not going to see them again. If you do see them again after that, it's because they wanted you to see them again. Narcissists are masters of illusions and manipulations. They've practiced this for years. So whatever you see, whatever you hear when you're around a narcissist, 9 out of 10 times it's probably been planned in advance. So if you see them after no contact, after the discard, it's because they wanted you to. And just as Angela said, they're obsessed. And that's why they're popping up in your life again. They're miserable. Whether they're with someone or not, they can never be satisfied. Just remember when they were with you, when you first met them. It was all a lie, it was all fake. They never really loved you. They never really cared about you. And it wasn't long until they began mistreating you. And that's not going to change. The trick of the narcissist is they want you to think that they can just change overnight, that they can just be different. But it's just a lie. If they can get you to believe in it, it makes it more believable for them. It's how they get their supply. Can you hear me now? Yes, you can hear me. Really sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened there. I just turned off the Bluetooth, so maybe that did it. Okay, so where were we? Okay, so I'm not sure how far you heard. I was saying about if you do see the narcissist after no contact, after the discard, it's probably because they wanted you to see them. They are masters of manipulation. When they're around you, they have to control everything you see, everything you hear from them. So if you see them after no contact, after the discard, it's probably because they wanted you to. And they'll have some script planned for you. They'll have something they can use to try and hurt you. And whether they're with someone or not, if they're still popping up in your life after no contact, that suggests that they haven't really moved on and they're not happy, whether they're with someone or not. Yes, Angela, that's very true. They are masters of manipulating themselves. When they try and manipulate you or anyone else, they're really just trying to manipulate themselves. All they care about is how they feel about themselves. And they will use other people as pawns in their game so that they can improve how they feel about themselves. Because that's all that really matters to them, how they feel. We are just objects that they use so that they can feel better. Yes, Sunshine State. It's sad, but yes, they are believing what they're saying a lot of the times. They have to believe their own lies to function. If they didn't believe their own lies, that would mean that they've made mistakes. They're flawed. They would just end up causing injury after injury to themselves. They would drive themselves insane. But when a narcissist spends enough time alone, they do drive themselves insane. Because deep down they know they're lying. Joe Victor says, your channel helped me to get through the last days. I'm slowly trying to understand because I love having people around me. Although I am shy and all, luckily people around me have not left. I'm really happy to hear that, Joe. I'm glad to hear that the channel has helped you. That's why I make these videos, is to make people understand what these narcissists really are. Is to make people more aware about it. And also so you know the differences. So you're not just afraid of everyone you come into contact with. So you know when you're dealing with a narcissist and when you're not. Because especially when you've been through this, it can feel like everyone's a narcissist. It makes you hypervigilant. It makes you untrustworthy. So it's definitely good to know the differences as well. But yeah, I don't want to stay up too long on this. We'll be be up early tomorrow, working on the next videos for later on in the week. We've got a lot of big videos coming up this week, so stay tuned for them. Thank you all for joining this live, and I hope to see you all in the premieres tomorrow.